Hi, I'm Gavin Haynes, and welcome to another spring review. This time of the year, we always like to sit down on a Monday and look over the ratings for the weekend and do what most punters don't do and review where we went right and where we went wrong, so we can find out if there was any errors that we'd made that in our assessment of runners, just to make sure we're on the right track, and it'll give us some horses to keep an eye on as we go deeper into the spring. Hey, it's Gavin again, and welcome to another little spring review as we look back at Metropolitan Day Randwick, Saturday the 29th of September. It was grand final day, and while West Coast were breaking Collingwood hearts, we had a great day's racing up in Sydney. The Jim Crack 2-year-old fillies. It's the first chance we get to see the babies for the new season. I love it. It's just the cycle of life, and the two, as we see another crop, and we look. For me, they're generally not betting propositions until we get a few starts into them, and we get to the blue diamonds and the slippers, and we get to the pointy end. But always enjoy watching. The new talent arrive and seeing it develop. But 86.78 for the winner. We estimated sort of 84. That's pretty average. But look, Catch Me's margin was 2.3. Had looked to have plenty of them and won well. But look, there's so much improvement to come from all of them. Race 2 is the Arrowfield. That's the breeders, and that's the 2-year-old for the boys. Again, the one was a bit disappointing, was Exceed the Stars. It was a pretty short-priced favourite, and looked pretty tidy, winning 2 trials, and 95.87 for the winner, dubious. So the time was significantly quicker than the girls in the previous, with Covert Ops. The runner-up rating, a speed rating of 95, sectional rating of 85. So again, neg split. But these are little babies. That 95's okay. Like you're looking at, for our good 2-year-olds, we want to get them up to the 100, 102 mark by the time we get around to the autumn. But it's a long path, and we'll continue to watch them develop over the coming months. Things got a little bit more serious in the third. That's the Dulcify. I thought Cloak would lead, didn't, which is the run that he did in the Spring Stakes, where he was very gritty, but very disappointing from 9. Gem Song, who'd been good to us, was a little unders and a bit unlucky as Mickey Blue Eyes speared through underneath. Look, but for this time of year, like we're looking at 89 horse as our top-rated horse in 3-year-old listed company. I mean, this is way below what I'd be expecting at this time of year, and look, pretty disappointing in through all that. What's the winner? Mickey Blue Eyes. Again, they went. The time wasn't quick. Big discrepancy between speed and sectional. 87 with a sectional rating of 98. Standard you'd be looking at 3 to 4 points. 100 with a sectional rating of 104. That's a sort of a nice sort of distribution. So 87.98 shows how quickly they came home. Gem Song had the actual same rating, and they had 2.5 lengths on third. So going forward, we know Gem Song's a complete little racehorse. Can do a little bit wrong, but appears to be genuine. And Mickey Blue Eyes has got the Hayes polish, but this is a 3-year-old listed company, as I said, and it wasn't the strongest. But we'll keep our eye on the top 2 as we continue on into the spring. Our speed map really told us everything that we really needed to know in the Hill Stakes. Egg Tart, I really liked. Its numbers have been shining, but they actually dawdled here. 88.98 for the winner. It's somewhat 80.93, and Egg Tart 79.90. So they've gone really tardy, and you'll see from the speed map. Again. The ability to get in these first four spots, to sit on the speed unchallenged. You can get away with some, slow sectionals and sprint home, and it makes it impossible for the back runners. It's such an important part of turf racing. Ace High, as we know, is a pretty good staying type. I had him. I really had it as a race in 3, and they finished the trifecta. We had 102 horse, 100 horse, and 98, and they towered above the other 3. I don't think the ratings won't change of where I think any of those horses are at. Egg Tart's got a race in it, but she's got a few convictions now. It's somewhat getting on and battling on well, but look, anything over ground. Ace High, he's a Group 1 winner, and he puts himself in the right spot, so he's going to figure in virtually anything that he wants to put his mind to. We head on to the 5th, and this is probably my area of the day in underestimating Santa Ana Lane. I'm not. It's one of Stradbroke and a Goodwood, and yeah, they're Group 1s, but sort of not really. It's generally the second stringers, but we can go down and have a look. And I had I had it as a 104 horse going in, really wanting it to be over, possibly a little bit further. But we've got 107 with a weight rating of 111 here. We've got 107, 110. When it won the Stradbroke, it might have been Doomben 10,000, one of the two. And I thought 104 was assessment, but it's come out and rated its ears off. I know it's Randwick and the track's only a few years old, and the averages aren't as deep as I'd really like. But in saying that, it's all relevant. 104 with a sectional rating of 112 was way and above anything we've seen from him. Red Zell was most disappointing. We've done so well with this guy. Group 3 was classes above, but 1200 with a bit of genuine pressure. I thought he was really, really, really disappointing. 106, 100, big neg split there. In her time, 103, 109. She was our second pick, and a nice overlay. Trapeze Artist. Look, we dodged. Look, I love the horse. I think genuine good horse, but he'd never found the podium second up, and so it appeared again. Race flat again, but certainly won't be giving up on him. Santa Ana Lane's obviously, but I mean, what do you do next start once you've rated it? It's rated a career peak here in winning in Group 2 company in super slick time. Big run from Scholes. She's Group 1 winning miler, so this is a huge run first up from her. She'll go on and step up in distance, and based on this, she's back as good as ever. Look, this will be a strong form race. The time's good. Plenty of depth in the runners here, but look, Santa Ana Lane, genuine prover, but now I worry about it bouncing to the moon next time we see it. And the 6 was the Flight, and I sort of ended up with egg in my face, even though I was one of my main bets of the day was won by 3 on Fiesta, as I suggested in my overview. I thought it was strong and done nothing wrong by us. Even though Miss Fabulous had beaten it last time, I rated them Fiesta on top of Miss Fabulous, and so it panned out. We were grabbed by Uhud, who's, look, I don't know how many times we've had it in our market, so it's no doubt the best maiden. I didn't think it'd get a mile, and on face value, you see it winning at a mile, and you go, that was amazing. But then you look at the time and go, oh, 88.93, Fiesta 88.88. Yeah, look, the time was pretty slow, and I got a Hoot as a 95 horse. We got a sectional rating of 93. So look, it's certainly in its wheelhouse. Did surprise me. Look, I was happy. I didn't lay it, but I was certainly involved on my Fiesta 1 by 3. So look, Fiesta was great value around the $7. So it was a nice result, regardless. Yeah, look, fillies. These fillies going forward. I don't know. I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is the. Well, certainly Uhud's. I don't want to see it go into a wakeful or something like that. But anyway, well, it'll be interesting to see where these guys. Look, I like Fiesta's horse. It puts itself in the right spot and tries and hits the line every time. I certainly won't be getting off that. Fudu, I thought we might have seen something third up with that nice run first up, but Futu was really quite disappointing. So we go on to race 7, which was the Epsom. Good result for us. We had Hartnell at 10.65, $25 on Betfair. They traded. Look, this guy sort of slowly, gradually, his marks come down. He's a bit of certainly up in the veteran class now. But $20 was ridiculous overs, regardless of where he's at. His 2 runs in had been rock solid, peaked here. Unforgotten was equal top pick. Got home well late. The winner of the winner Hartnell rated 110, 107. Now that 107 sectional, that's way returning it back to its best. It's a pretty good. It's a general weight for age horse, carrying weight in a handicap. It's a pretty good job. He's done really well. D'Argento, 110, 104. The positive sectional here was Unforgotten, 106, 107. We always thought she might be looking for longer. She still continues to hit the line. She's come back really well. We'll be watching. We won't be missing her as we go forward. The one that caught the eye was that finished about 2.5 lengths and was Mr. Seawolf. The closing sectionals were pretty good. 98.103 for a horse that was well beaten. Seemed to sort of jump out at me. But look, these are good numbers from good horses. They're all genuine black type, and their numbers confirm. And we got a bit of, if you're lucky enough to find a Hoot in the first leg of the quaddie, you were shaping up well. Sadly, for moi, it was another leaf in the. Not that it mattered anyway. So we got to the Metro, and look, maybe I'm talking through my kick a little bit, but I thought the ride on Big Duke was really quite disappointing. High Church had been sitting 3 wide. There seemed to be a period of this 700 metres where I thought he could have tacked on, taken the 3 wide running line and peeled out the top of the straight, but no, he just went inside and ran up bums, and it was not what I was hoping for. Brimham Rocks was my second pick, and it was grabbed by the Kiwi in Patrick Erin, which I found. Look, we've seen it a few times since leaving New Zealand. It was a Group 3 4th place over there, and a staying open handicapper. He'd been solid. I liked his sectionals over 2,000. Third up, but a Metro, despite the 51 kilos, that was a bit hard for me to find. I went fairly thin quaddie wise. Look, the thing with Big Duke is that there's 2 things. His best form last year was on heavy and slow tracks, but he did run 4th in Melbourne Cup on a good track. So But he did run second in the Metro last year, and he went on to, I think it's to win the 2600 metre Queen Elizabeth, I think it is. They'll go that way again, and look, he'll be getting mine again. I'm just going to put a line through that. I'm going to go on his nice sectionals last time, and to figure they're following the same. They're going to follow the same pattern. We go to the last, and where Maximus was the winner. I was pretty keen on Problem Solver 1x3, and it was the third leg of my little all-up place multi, which featured good old Big Duke. It was a moral to find the podium. Maximus got under my guard. In fact, a lot of the quarter got under my guard on the weekend. It was especially in Sydney. I've done a lot of head scratching, and Maximus was another. I thought I marked it fairly friendly in my assessment, but he's come out and rated 96, which is right back up to his BM70 win at Cranbourne. Again, he's only had 12 starts for a 5-year-old, so still putting it together. So all of a sudden now he becomes a confirmed 96 horse, and now makes it 2 from 3 second up. So he got under the guard a little bit, but I'd steered you all into Problem Solver on a 1x3 basis, and Problem Solver 90-91 was pretty much thereabouts, and the right or wrong, the runner-up 90-93 again, just thereabouts. It's really the wind down part of that we're peaking in the Sydney Carnival, and as all action heads to Turnbull. So a few of these runners will be heading down to continue their campaigns into Melbourne. The Unforgottens and Argentos horses will be looking to make appearances down there that we can follow with some sort of confidence. Sprinting lengths, we've got Santa Ana Lane to keep our eye on, whether he's a candidate to bounce in. A time is back as good as ever. Redsall, well, I don't think we're seeing an Everest. Look, there's a few questions to be raised, but we're going to see a few of them down south. But it's a pretty good day's racing. It wasn't full of a plethora of overlay winners for us. But all eyes head to Caulfield for the Sunday meeting, and then we're off to Turnbull next week. And there were some nice results for us at Caulfield on Sunday, and I'll be back shortly with that review. G out. And there you go, another little spring review complete. I hope you got something out of that, and found yourself a couple of little black bookers to follow over the next few weeks. If you like what we do here, check us out on our Facebook page, like the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and head online to www.horsetorque.net and register for your free account. Best of luck punting for the week, and we'll catch up with you all next week.